weather's cold, but better than yesterday, I guess, with no rain. And what did I read today? It was kind of interesting reading this one based on that story yesterday with Amazon having their drone delivery plans delayed because of regulations. This one here says NHS blood sample analysis now expedited by on-demand drone delivery services. Wing drone deliveries of NHS blood samples are now underway in London between Guy's and St. Thomas Hospital. They do show footage and stuff, which is kind of cool. And it says, as we previously shared, we are working with our partners at Appian and Guy's and St. Thomas's NHS Foundation Trust to transport blood samples for patients undergoing surgery who are at high risk of complications from bleeding disorders. Our aim is to improve patient care with faster, more frequent transportation and subsequent analysis of blood samples. We have been thrilled to see so much excitement around these patient-first operations as we've completed our final validations and have started delivering blood samples that doctors will use to make clinical decisions for their patients. From introducing our aircraft and way of operating at community events to meeting the NHS professionals who have quickly integrated drone delivery into their daily logistics, we felt the warm welcome in South London. So no people fearing drones in this area now? Are people just used to it? And it says we are now flying up to 10 on-demand transfers per day from Monday through Friday. Each delivery holds several samples in a safe and secured medical canister. Well, overall, it's expected for this stuff to become standardized, and it just makes you wonder why is it companies, for example, like Google's Wing, for example, that's taking off with this stuff, whereas other companies like Amazon are left in the dust. Although with that said, still a lot of people using drones in a bad way too. How about this one? Apparently there was a ton of missile and drone attacks. Like this one says, Russia launches massive nationwide missile attack targeting Ukraine's energy grid. Russia launched a major missile and drone attack on Ukraine overnight into Sunday, targeting power plants and energy infrastructure across the country. The barrage was the largest attack on Ukraine since late August and the third largest so far this year. Missiles and drones targeted cities, including the capital, Kyiv, forcing people into basements, subway stations, and other underground shelters. According to this anyways, they say there was about 120 missiles and 90 drones. With that too, it makes me wonder if this is related, as there was a bunch of news popping up about various countries like the US approving to use missiles around, I guess, Russia. Like this says, Biden approves Ukraine's use of long-range missiles inside Russia. President Biden has for the first time authorized Ukrainian forces to use Western-made long-range weapons to strike inside Russia, allowing Kyiv to better defend itself against Russia, according to US officials. Yeah, that makes me wonder, is that just going to aggravate more people, I guess, into this war? What are they doing? Is it because in the US it was an election, some people aren't happy, so they're like, oh, let's start a war or something like that? That's crazy. Let's see what happens, I guess. And here anyways, there's been so much news about the Canada Post strike. So no mail delivery or packages around this busy shopping time potentially, I guess. And people are scrambling to find alternatives. Like this one says, small businesses brace for holiday losses as Canada Post strike enters day 3. With Canada Post workers on strike for a third day, small business owners say the walkout could not have come at a worse time. Yeah, you think. There's a lot of places that depend on the mass majority of their income during these next few months. It says Lauren James, who sells model trains in Tillsonburg, Ontario, estimates he could lose $10,000 a day in online sales, judging from the month-long postal strike that his business had to deal with in 2018. That walkout ended in late November that year with back-to-work legislation. It says, coming into our busy season where we make a third of our sales over 2 months to be held hostage, it's unacceptable, and for a rural business like ours, it's not right. James pointed out that online shipping season is ending in 2 weeks for deliveries to make it on time for Christmas. Well, that's another thing to think about too. It's not just, for example, oh, if it comes back in December, then great. A lot of places, they do have a cutoff date because it doesn't get to people right away, correct? Not surprisingly, even here, you see all these ads from third-party providers offering their services during these times because they know people need their services. Will there be extreme price gouging too? I wouldn't be surprised anyways. All right, see you guys later.